Coordinated action. A coordinated action has five components: stimulus, receptor, coordinator, effector, response. Stimuli. What happens when we touch a snail? We must have seen the flowers of sunflowers plant moving toward the sun. Should be the reason of for all this? Touch, light, etc. are factors that can bring about certain responses in living organisms. These factors are called stimuli. We can define a stimuli as any change in environment which can provoke a response in organisms. More examples of stimuli are heat, cold, pressure, sound waves, presence of chemical, microbial infections, etc. Receptors. Stimuli are detected by special organs, tissues, or cells of bodies. For example, sound waves are detected by ears, light is detected by eyes, chemicals in air are detected by noise, and so on. The organs, tissues, or cells which are specially built to detect particular type of stimuli are called receptors. So coordinators, they are the organs that receive information from receptor and send messages to particular organs for proper action. In nervous coordination, brain and spinal cord are coordinators. They receive information and send messages through neurons in the form of nerve impulses. On the other hand, in chemical coordination, various endocrine glands play the role of coordinators. They receive information in the form of various chemicals and send messages by secreting particular hormones in bloods. Effectors. These are the parts of body which receive messages from coordinator and produce particular responses. In nervous coordinators, neurons carry SMS from coordinators, brains and spinal cords to muscles and glands which act as effector. In chemical coordination, particular hormones carry messages from coordinators, endocrine glands to particular targeted tissue which act as effectors. For some hormones, nephrons act as effectors. Similarly, bones and liver act as effectors for many hormones. We respond on receiving the message from coordinators. The effector performs action. The action is called response. For example, pulling our hand away from something very hot and is the movement of the flower of sunflower toward light are responses. Usually, nervous coordinator produce immediate but short-living response, while chemical coordinators produce slow but long-living responses. And we study about coordination and control. So study more. The tissue and organ in the bodies of multicellular organisms do not work independently of each other. They work together, performing their many tasks as the needs of the whole body. This means that these activities are coordinated. Coordination also enables the organisms to respond to happenings in the world around it. More information about coordination. One familiar example of coordination is the way in which muscles work together during movement. When a player runs to catch a ball, he uses hundreds of muscles to move his arms, legs and back. His nervous system uses information from the sense organ and coordination these muscles coordinates these muscles. Due to the coordination, the muscle contract in the correct sequence, power and length of time. But that is not all. Such activities involve many other kind of coordinations. For example, breathing and heartbeat rates